Whew, hot in here. Hey guys, what is going on? I'm Nick with Sola Outdoors, and today we're Sola Indoors. Today on Sola Outdoors, it marks the 42nd day since I started quarantine. Myself, along with thousands upon thousands of people, have been deemed non-essential employees. Since I've been considered a non-essential employee, I thought that I would rank my top 5 non-essential, but still totally worth buying overlanding gadgets. Coming in at the number 5 spot are my tire deflators. I've got these set to 22 PSI, and all you do, take off your valve stem caps, screw these on, wait for them to stop. Now, the reason why they're number 5 is they still take about 5 minutes to fully deflate all 4 of my 33-inch tires, but that's way better than the 10 to 12 minutes I was spending doing it by myself manually, and I'm not hunched over. Now, they come in at number 5 because for 35 bucks, they come with 4 deflators, a couple of extra valve cores, and a tool to remove said valve cores. I've used them a handful of times. They could be a little faster, but definitely beats being hunched over trying to air them down myself. All right, so coming in at number 4 is my Bucket Boss tool roll. This thing carries all of the tools that I need on the trail, and they're probably making a bunch of racket for the mic. Sorry about that. Main reasons I love this thing is I can shove it underneath my seat and all my tools stay in the same spot. It's got individual, let me see if I can get this. It's got individual pockets for different sets of tools, different items, and it keeps all your sockets in one spot, all of your wrenches, all your screwdrivers separated. Makes for working on the trail so much easier. In my opinion, it is a great solution for those that only plan on using hand tools and are kind of limited on space. Drawbacks are you can't really throw it up in the roof rack on its own. Since it is made of fabric, it can rip, it can tear. I know I've got a tire patch kit in there. It actually stabbed me in the leg the last time I picked up the bag because one of the bits was sticking through the side. Now keep in mind, this is only for small tools. You're not gonna be packing your impact in it. You're not gonna be packing any super large tools. So really, in my opinion, it's a great solution for those that are just planning on using hand tools and don't want to do an entire motor swap in the woods. All right, number 3, tablet mount. See, I used to just use my phone. I'd hold it up, have my wife hold it, tell me the directions to go. When I got a tablet mount, put my wife's iPad in there, I could actually see Gaia while I'm driving around, nice big screen. It is such a life improvement to have a large screen showing the map. You don't have to keep checking it. It follows you around. I mean, what's not to love here? Best part about this one in particular is an Archon. It's fully adjustable, got ball swivels on every single joint. The best part is when we're not on the trail, my wife can take it, swivel it to her, she can go watch a movie, play a game, anything she wants to do. It's out of my sight, out of my mind, and it's still functional, even off the trail. Coming in at number 2 on my list is something I really wasn't expecting to get as much enjoyment or use out of as I actually do. It is a waxed canvas firewood tote. So basically this thing, it's a large piece of, what do you call this? It's a large piece of canvas, waterproof, all that jazz. So the reason why it got my number 2 spot is just how much time it saves. I used to go and pack 1 or 2 decent sized logs or bits of wood and pack them all to the campsite, 1 at a time, 2 at a time, whatever it is, however much I could carry. With this, I can carry probably 4 or 5 times more in one pass, which means I'm spending a lot more time just hanging out around the fire, starting the fire, than collecting the firewood. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. So definitely pick one of these up. This one, I think it's an Inno stage, something like that. It wasn't super expensive. I think I got it for Christmas actually, but worth it. If you need to get your gear fix and you're on a tight budget, get you one of these. Pick up one of these. Trust me, you'll thank me. Coming in at my number 1 spot, some would argue that this is an essential piece of equipment. Now for me, a non-essential piece of equipment is something that replaces a more basic tool. In this case, an axe is replaced by an electric chainsaw. So I used to run, or I guess I should say I used to borrow a chainsaw, gas chainsaw from my dad. The thing, it was great. It did the job. It got everything done that I needed to get done. The problem was I had to pack a separate fuel can. I had to pack out extra fuel. I had to pack out some oil if I needed to mix it up, if I used all the fuel up. And then it just would make a mess. It would leak through the carburetor, get all over the place. It was a mess. So that's why I elected to go with an electric one, because, bear with me here, it's not as quick as a gas one, and of course it's not as powerful, but the beauty in this is if you've got a built-in inverter in your car, you can take the battery out, charge it while you're driving, always have a full charge. If it dies while you're cutting up a large tree or something like that, yeah, you're gonna hang out for a little bit waiting for it to charge, or get a second battery. It's a lot easier to store a battery than a second gas can. Now, the reason why I considered this a non-essential item is because, well, I mean, there are other options out there that are way cheaper. They don't do the job quite as well, but you can get away with them. So they have items like, you know, typical axe. You've got the hand pull chainsaw, non-motorized. It's all brute force. Or you've got this. In my mind, all day long, I think this particular, I want to say it was like 120, 130 bucks. If you don't already have a chainsaw and you got the cash lying around, go ahead and pick one of these up. Beauty of it is, you get home, you can take the battery out, and these same guys sell weed eaters, they sell lawnmowers, they sell all sorts of stuff that the batteries will work in. So you get home, you're off the trail, now you gotta do yard work, it's still useful. I mean, it's a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1, whatever you wanna call it. I mean, come on, how cool is that? So which items do you feel should have been on this list? Which ones would you not bring, and which ones would you replace it with? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to say, and who knows, maybe my top 5 will change for next year. So thanks for liking this video. If you did like it, please feel free to subscribe. And once again, I'm Nick with Sola Outdoors. I'll see you guys out on the trail.